Time for Dodger baseball.
Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter.
This is a no-hitter.
Turner in the air to center field. That ball's hit well. Martinez on the run. This is way back, and it is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner.
And for the second consecutive season, the Dodgers are going to the World Series.
Bellinger hammers the ball. It's Bellinger's turn. Lifts a fly ball to left center field. Back towards the wall. It is gone. Mookie with another 3-home run game.
And welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. I'm your host, Doug McCain. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DMac_LA. That's at DMac_LA. The Dodgers get the win. They beat the A's tonight by a score of 5-1. Dylan Floro is the winning pitcher. Mike Fiers was the losing pitcher, but to me, Mike Fiers, you're still a winner for what you did, snitching on the Trastros in the offseason. But the big story tonight, of course, was Walker Buehler. Butane is back. Like I said before the game, the only thing that would be blistering tonight was going to be Walker Buehler's fastball, and you saw that fastball. He had the command, was getting the punch outs, was getting the swing and miss, and that curveball was very effective for Walker Buehler tonight. But we're going to break down all of tonight's action. But first, you know how we get down here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Let me know where you represent Dodgers Nation from tonight. Let me know down below in the comments. Give me those thoughts, comments, and questions about your boys in blue, and let me know where you're repping Dodgers Nation from. Give me cities, zip codes, area codes. We're going to jump into the comments here. We got Laura Ruiz. Way to go, Dodgers, over on Facebook. Yeah, the Dodgers first to 40 wins. Your boys in blue get the win tonight, and they're now 40-17 on the year. That projects to a 114 win pace in a 162-game regular season. And the Dodgers, look, they took care of business a few days ago, took care of the division. They clinched the division, clinched the best record in the National League. But you know tonight was all about Walker Buehler and how would he look? Would he look electric? Did he have life on his fastball? And he checked off every box that you needed to see after tonight. And to me, it is Walker Buehler season. And you know what that means because he's going to get it done for this Dodgers team in the postseason. We're just less than a week away. This time next week, the Dodgers could be celebrating a wild card series victory. We could be talking NLDS, guys. Things are happening fast. But here we go. We got Ruben Moreno, the 805 Santa Maria, Joseph Perez. Let's go, Dodgers. We will win the World Series this year. I can feel it. Go, Dodgers, from the 505 Albuquerque. Eddie, 40-17. Amazing record, a 702 win percentage. That's from Eddie over on Facebook. We got Irvine in the house over on YouTube. Ale, the 714. Sacramento from Tom over on Facebook. We got the Capital over there. Sully, Long Beach, baby. We got Brian. Good night for LA Dodgers. Lakers with the dub. Yes, the Lakers and Dodgers. I wonder what their record is on the same night. It's got to be pretty good because both take care of business on a regular basis. But hi, Doug from the 714 over on YouTube. We got Wheela. What's up, LA? How you doing? Melvin, we love LA. That when I read that, that's right. Randy's just... Someone just hits Randy off my head, and I just started singing that Randy Newman classic. But Eddie, Dodgers still the only 700 team in baseball ready for October. We got Eric Fogg from the 541 Oregon in the house. We got Ray Bar-Simeon. I also predicted a 41-19 record. So you got 41-19. That's you're up there. I predicted 42 wins for Jackie Robinson. Hopefully the Dodgers let me down because I want to see them run the table and go chalk the rest of the way because I don't like losing. Winning is a habit. And this team, you saw today. The thing about this Dodger team, 18-9 at home, and they've now won, I think, like 15 of their last 18 games at Dodger Stadium. So this Dodger team plays well in the friendly confines of Chavez Ravine, Blue Heaven, like the great podcast, and they feel comfortable at home. And I think that's going to be important next week when the Dodgers head to that wild card series. 661 B-Town, Eric Ayala, a day one here. What's up, Eric? Ray Bar-Simeon and a World Series title. Yes, you did, Ray. We got you on that one. 52-19 Lakers from Sandra Molina. I like it. It was like a little Lakers/Dodgers post-game show. Hey, I can do them both if you want, man. We could rock that too if you want. Trust me. Brian, FR, we got Eddie replying to, "We're not going to lose against the Angels. No way. Psych from Bad Luck, bro. Gotta love the Dodgers" from Jeff Blum over on Facebook. Rancho Cucamonga. I always think of next Friday when I hear Rancho Cucamonga. Great place, Rancho Cucamonga in the house. If you have not, rep your city where you represent Dodgers Nation from tonight. And right now, down below in the comments, how do you guys feel about Walker Buehler? Give me a grade for Walker Buehler's performance tonight. Look, I know I'm giving Walker Buehler an A because I think Walker Buehler, the way he pitched tonight and coming back off that blister, he had pitched 90 pitches in a simulated game. He had pitched, I think 25 pitches, something like that, without the Band-Aid on. And to me, it was a non-issue tonight. And you saw his last performance. He gave up 5 runs in 2 2/3 innings against the Diamondbacks on September 8th. And I was really interested to see because, look, I know the postseason has been clinched, but I said before this game that it felt like a postseason game for me because if he came out in this game, he was constantly looking at his finger, looking at the blisters. If he was getting rocked by this team, I think that he would not have the confidence early on. He always has the confidence, but this team needs a electric Walker Buehler, one that has that life on his pitches, and you saw tonight that he is ready to go. Like I was saying, it is Walker Buehler season. To me, he can do for the Dodgers what Steven Strasburg did for the Nationals last year, and I think that this could be their year. This year, maybe Kershaw will be Scherzer and Strasburg will be Walker Buehler because he is nails in the postseason. It's a 2.72 ERA across 36 and a third postseason innings, 4 series. Last year, he goes 12 2/3 innings pitched, gave up just 1 run against that Nationals team. And his stuff is like Joe Davis said in the broadcast, his stuff is going to play up in the postseason. He mentioned that only Garrett Cole and Flaherty have a higher spin rate, and that's what you need, an elite top-shelf pitcher. That is what Walker Buehler is. And let me know down below in the comments, how you feeling about Butane? We got Eloy, gives him a 1 out of 10. You give him an 11. I like that. We got Walker equal a solid performance. That's from Sully. Just a solid performance. I like that. Keep those expectations sky high. I'm feeling it. I miss Butane. Only saw the last inning. Kenley looked solid. Yeah, give Kenley Jansen credit out there. He pitched well in that inning. He goes an inning, gets 2 strikeouts, 14 pitches, 8 for strikes for Kenley Jansen in that inning. And the bullpen as a whole tonight, not their best night, but look, Jay McGee gives up that home run to Murphy there, but he gets 2 punch-outs too. And then Blake Trinan, he gets 3 punch-outs. So that hasn't necessarily been the forte, the strong suit. They're not an elite punch-out bullpen, but you know you need that stuff in the postseason. And how'd you guys feel about Blake Trinan? He just said he was basically hiding the ball, playing keep away with Dave Roberts. Said, hey, you can go head back into this dugout. I'm going to get this punch out. And he was a man of his word. He got the Dodgers out of that inning. And I like to see that. I like to see that dog, that edge, that confidence from Blake Trinan. I only wish that Rich Hill did the same thing. We might be celebrating a World Series already back in 2017. But how'd you guys feel about that? Like I was saying, if that was Tommy Lasorda, Blake Trinan is going to get cussed out for sure, right? But A for Walker. We got Tiger. We got A for Walker from Tiger over on YouTube. Bring on Anna Slime. No, it says bring on the Angels from Steve Romero. Sorry, I read that wrong. But yeah, the Angels coming to town. And just more of a dress rehearsal, more of a tune-up. You don't want to get too ahead of yourself. You want to work on, little things, and you want to just find a nice rhythm as you head into the postseason. And tonight, look, Mookie Betts, he gets a hit. He goes 1 for 5. But the Dodgers, they definitely need to see Mookie Betts get real high. Because Mookie Betts, I think that he's such a great player. I think he's really just timing this at the right time. Because Mookie Betts, in his last 8 games, he's hitting .270. But getting closer to tonight, heading into tonight's matchup, Mookie Betts, his last 2 games, he was 1 for his last 9. Tonight he goes 1 for 5. The Dodgers, they're going to get a hot Mookie Betts, and he's going to give you a fantastic at-bat out there. And I think that he's going to have a monster postseason for the Dodgers. But that's some of the things you want to look at. How are these players trending? Are they trending in the right direction? Are they starting to find themselves? Cody Bellinger, he's been pretty hot. I mean, give Cody Bellinger credit. Heading into tonight, his last 2 games in this series, 3 for 6 in this series. Tonight he gets a double. He had a home run. And Cody Bellinger, his last his last 9 games. Cody Bellinger slashing his last 9 heading into tonight. Belly slashing 355, 474, OPSing 1119. So that is the Belly we need. We need one of these guys, one of these homegrown great talents like Seager, like Bellinger, to rise to the occasion in the postseason. I think Bellinger is ready to have a breakout, but let's jump back into this comment section. If you have not, let me know where you're repping Dodgers Nation. Who do you guys think? Well, let's say, what else should we ask you guys? Are you guys set on your Game 3 starter? Are you going with Gonsolin? Are you going with May? Or are you going with Julio Urias, who looked fantastic last night? Let me know down below in the comments. Ray Barsimian, the fact that the Dodgers and A's played on my birthday and we kicked their butts is a sign that both teams are destined to meet in the Fall Classic. I like that, Ray. That was a really slick way of you fishing for a birthday wish, but here it is. Happy birthday, Ray Barsimian. But yeah, it's great that the Dodgers got the win on your B-Day. Sandra Molina, Angels have nothing on my Dodgers, baby. Nothing. I like that, Sandra, over on Facebook. Alay Blake, a nice comeback after the home run yesterday. Yeah, Blake Treinen, he's effective, and he has swing and miss stuff, and he can punch guys out, and he's got that sinker when it's working for him. Sometimes, like you'll see hitting batters, and I think that Blake Treinen, though, for the most part, he's going to be a lockdown 8th inning guy for the Dodgers. I think that you'll see him get an occasional save in the postseason. But, yeah, Blake Treinen, I like the moxie that he showed out there tonight. Blake Treinen, that moxie that he showed. He says, Dave Roberts, don't worry, I got this, man. And he takes care of business. He goes an inning, struck out the side, gives up that one hit, and, yeah, gives up that hit. And, yeah, other than that, though, he wasn't perfect, but he did his job out there. Gives up that hit to Murphy. But tonight, all about Walker Buehler. Ryan, hey, Doug, what's up? What a game. Kevin Rios, I'd rather face the Reds or Phillies than the Giants. How about we ask you guys that one? Who do you guys want to face in that first round series? To me, the Dodgers shouldn't have a problem with anyone. They should, when it comes to the Dodgers' depth, the lineup they have, the depth they have in the bullpen, yes, there's some teams out there that can keep you up at night just because it's such a shortened series. And like Kevin Garnett said, anything's possible in a shortened series. But the Dodgers should be able to take care of business. Cincinnati, their bullpen is not going to get it done. The Brewers' bullpen, not going to get it done. The Phillies' bullpen, one of the worst in Major League Baseball. If you look at the Cardinals, they don't really hit for very much power. They're one of the worst teams in the league when it comes to hitting for power. And I don't think that Brewers team is, Corbin Burns, he's definitely a solid pitcher. But other than that, I think that the Dodgers will be able to get past them. And Hader is not the same guy. Williams, I just don't think this Brewers team, yes, it's their time of year where they start racking up wins. But I just think that the Dodger team will be able to take care of business because don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Let me be very clear about this. Legacies are on the line in that first round series. If the Dodgers go out in 2 games, legacies will pay for that, okay? I'm telling you. Kenley Jansen, Clayton Kershaw, Dave Roberts. I don't care what you have to do. You got to find a way to win 2 games in that wild card series because anything else will not be accepted. Fire everyone. No, not fire everyone, obviously, but Dodger fans would be very disappointed if the top team in baseball, first team to 40 wins, a win percentage over 700, goes out in that first round series. So I'm not overly concerned with anyone, especially when you consider the fact that Like let's say they play the Phillies, Wheeler and Nola are still going to pitch. They're going to start a few more times before that series. So I just don't really think the Dodgers are going to be threat in that series. Like, it's going to be at Dodger Stadium. The Reds are really interesting. They're really interesting with the starting staff they can throw out there with Castillo, with Gray, with Bauer. And when you look at their offense, the Dodgers pitching staff don't give up too many home runs, and they feast off home runs. So I really am not overly concerned, and I actually am not worried about getting tested. I think the Dodgers will rise to the occasion. I think they're ready. And as evidence tonight, Walker Buehler is going to be going in one of those first 2 games. And the way Clayton Kershaw's looked all year, I'm not concerned with the Dodgers in that wild card series. It's just basically who's going to get that butt whooped. And I think the Dodgers, I hope it's the Giants. If you're asking me, I hope it's the San Francisco Giants because, look, I mean, first of all, they had an extremely easy schedule. And I think, yes, they can score runs, but they don't have the pitching. The Dodgers could rock them too. But let me know down below in the comments, who do you guys want to face in that wild card series? I'm stoked right now. A most awesomely sweet day today. Eric Fogg, I think we need some clean defense through the playoffs. Bellinger's actually, the Dodgers are like 23rd when it comes to errors. And Muncy had some bad games. Corey Seager's had some errors. He's kind of been air-mailing guys a few times of late, but I think that the Dodgers defense, they're going to clean that up, and if they don't, you got versatility. Guys like Chris Taylor, guys like Kike Hernandez, they can play multiple positions, and if you look at that outfield, really it's one of the best outfields in Major League Baseball with Gold Glovers all over the place with Mookie Betts and Cody Bellinger. But I see May Gonsolin for Game 3. We got Ryan Bellinger's actually getting hot at the perfect time. Exactly. Big facts right there from Ryan. Brulio Estrada Jr. I would like to see Robert swap Muncy with Taylor or Pollock in the batting lineup. They're hitting better. I don't care about the lefty-righty matchup. Promote either righty. They've earned it. Yeah, that's another reason why I think that you want to keep Jock Peterson in the postseason. I mean, hopefully everything's going okay with him in his personal life. He's missed some games for different reasons, but if Max Muncy and Cody Bellinger are slumping, you need some power from that side of the plate. Having him as an insurance policy, as a contingency plan, as a guy who's proven to hit well in the postseason. So when the lights get bright, Jock Peterson has shown that he can deliver. Really was one of the best Dodger hitters last year in the NLDS. In the last game, he goes 2 for 4, hits that home run, gets one off on Strasburg. So we know how hot he can get, how dangerous a hitter Jock Peterson can be. And Max Muncy, if you look the way he's trending, his last 8 games, he's slashing 179, 324, 429, OPSing 752, 2 home runs. And heading into tonight, his last 2 games, he's had some better games. He's slashing 2. He's OPSing 15-18 his last 2, but of course it's a small sample size. But 2 for his last 7 tonight. Max Muncy. Max Muncy tonight. He goes 0 for 4 again for Max Muncy. So, it's definitely going to be something you want to keep an eye on. But he hit 3 big home runs last year in the NLDS. So, the funky Muncy, he can step up. He's another guy that has a penchant for hitting big bombs and big moments, as you saw in 2018 in Game 3 when he hit that walk-off in the World Series. So, we got repping from Australia, Mitchell Garland. What's up? We got the Aussies in the house, Portland, Oregon, Bruce Davis. May, no question, from Ryan Orion Montez. To me, I think that Dustin May can be a very effective pitcher. I think that he has fantastic stuff right there. But I think that Tony Gonsolin has proven it to be that guy. I think that Tony Gonsolin, the way that lefty-righty splits, very similar. I think that he's going to keep the ball in the yard. He's only given up 2 home runs all year. One of them was out of the bullpen. So I think that Tony Gonsolin has shown the swing and miss stuff like you saw against the Rockies with those 10 strikeouts. And also, he's very hot right now. But, really, you can't go wrong either way. But I think they're going to go with Tony Gonsolin. I think Tony Gonsolin has earned it at this point, and I think you're going to see the great Catsby, the Gonslinger, go in Game 3. And I just think that I just love his presence on the mound. This year, Tony Gonsolin, he's pitched 40 2/3 innings, and just like I said, just 2 home runs, 40 strikeouts to 7 walks, a 1.77 ERA. If you look at that whip, it's under 8, so it's under 0.8. So Tony Gonsolin, he's had a fantastic year considering the fact he didn't even make the opening day roster. Who did pitch that day? It was Dustin May. They went with Dustin May for that opening day start against the San Francisco Giants. But Dustin May on the year, 52 innings pitched. He's at 39 strikeouts to 14 walks. And if you look at his whip, it's at 1.096, an ERA of 2.77. He's got more postseason experience, but I think that right now, Tony Gonsolin, with that pitch mix, with his ability to throw strikes, the way he used that fastball up in the zone, that split change, I just really love what I'm seeing out of Tony Gonsolin. A little older, but I think that you're going to see they're both going to contribute during this run if the Dodgers are going to make it deep and win this World Series. But here we go. But, hey, I could be convinced. Hey, convince me wrong. Convince me that's Dustin May. Let me know down below in the comments. If you bring a cogent argument, I'd be willing to listen to it for sure because I'm all about Dustin Mania. We got Joseph Magazzini. Roberts, Trinan versus Lasorda. Rouse shows how the game has changed. Yeah, if you're talking with my friend, but day one here, Joseph Magazzini. Go to YouTube and watch that exchange with Tommy Lasorda. He was giving him the business. But Dodgered over on YouTube, May Game 3, Urias Game 4, Gonsolin Game 5. Yeah, the thing about Julio Urias is, of course, it's been well documented that first inning ERA with Julio Urias. And I think that Julio Urias, yeah, that first inning ERA, it definitely is an issue. There's no question about it. But he looked he looked fantastic out of that Dodgers bullpen, and his ERA out of the bullpen in the postseason around 2. And this year, 3.27 ERA. You know that ERA in the first inning, it's over 9. But Julio Urias, if he can throw strikes, if he can get guys, keep from walking batters early on, I think he can be very effective too. So I'm not ruling him out completely as a starter, especially when you got those consecutive games lined up in the wild card series and the NLDS and moving forward. Like I said, guys, most of the time we're looking for 11 games, right? We need 13, okay? This is an expanded postseason. It's all arms on deck this year for the Los Angeles Dodgers. So, look, every round you might get, they're going to mix things up. You know the Dodgers are going to play the matchup. So I'm not ruling that out. And let's look at the positives here. Julio Urias, his last outing, his last appearance, he pitched well. Walker Buehler, he was absolutely electric tonight. His competitive fire is off the charts. I missed me a Walker Buehler F-bomb, and I got one today. And so it's nice to have that competitive fire out there on the mound. But here we go. We got, what's up, Doug? It's me, Emilio, from the baseball group chat. Hey, what's up, man? We got Ray Bar. We got Matt. Hey, what up, dude? Not sure which one that is, but what's good, man? Welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Dodger, I don't care who it is. I like that. I think you mean that in a positive way. Brian, Alex, we got Giants. Dodgers can handle both. We got Jermaine, 951 has dropped in, and all I can say is that Buehler gave them the night off. I like that right there from Facebook over Jermaine. Shane, yeah, but he pitched last night and gave up a dinger. So is it confidence? I don't necessarily think any of these Dodgers lack confidence. When it comes to Blake Trinan, he's got that fire in his eyes, and I think that he likes to challenge hitters. And when his stuff is on, he's a very effective pitcher. We're talking about 97 top-shelf elite stuff when he's working it. And tonight, he made a mistake to Murphy, and he made him pay. But Kershaw is starting tomorrow in case anybody wants to know. Kershaw Day, mañana against the Angels. Kershaw and Jansen, last chance for Matt Bogart. Tomorrow is Kershaw Day, Landon Sports Talk. Paul Lopez, what do we do about Jock? So Paul Lopez over on Facebook, what do we do about Jock Peterson? I think that, look, Jock Peterson, he's a guy that all of a sudden he can just turn it on. But unfortunately right now, his last 3 games heading into tonight, he was 1 for 10. Tonight, Jock Peterson, not another bad night for Jock Peterson, but he at least he goes in there late, doesn't get a hit. But Jock Peterson is a guy that you want to keep in there. You want to keep him warm. You never know when you're going to need him. And I think that you keep him on that roster. And look, you have an expanded roster. You don't have to worry about keeping guys off that you might have to make a hard decision about because you have those extra spots available. And I don't think there's anyone at the back end there like Spores or Mitchell White. I don't think the Dodgers will want to take 3 catchers, especially the way Will Smith is playing. Austin Barnes, I believe, is going to be catching Kershaw tomorrow. So I definitely think you keep Jock Peterson into the fold. One thing to consider is what Dave Roberts said a couple days ago when he said that it might be just for the wild card series. You might have Jock Peterson just for the wild card series based on whatever's happening in his personal life. So, mash that hard button for Jock Peterson. Clearly going through something right now. Mash that hard button for Jock Peterson. I love me some young Jock. By the way, if you're on Facebook, be sure to share the show so your friends can join in on the action. If you're on Twitter, be sure to retweet, mash that hard button. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. And another reminder, be sure to join the Dodgers Nation Dodgers Dugout podcast, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Subscribe to the podcast. And what the podcast is we take all the takes, all the fire, all the best takes from you guys during this show. We condense it, and then we throw in more analysis and post-game reaction from players and managers and Dave Roberts. So definitely check that out. Dodgers Dugout, spelled like my name. So definitely give that a subscribe over there on on where you get your podcast. But here we go. Dodgers win it all this year from Emilio Gonzalez. We got Hello from Twitch over Sabas. Should bring Lux and Beatty in for Jock so they get the needed at-bats before the postseason. That's a really good question. And, yeah, Matt Beatty hasn't gotten very much run this year, unfortunately. And then Gavin Lux, he played well against Colorado in the road trip. And, yeah, I definitely think you'll see those guys get some run in the next couple days as we end this season. The conclusion of this season, I think you're going to see some more Matt Beatty because Matt Beatty, no one hits the ball harder than Matt Beatty when he hits it on the screws. And the Dodgers really haven't gotten very much from pinch hitters this year. From pinch hitters, the Dodgers have gotten I think the batting average is at 143, something like that from pinch hitters. So it's not something they've utilized as often as previous years, for one, being the DH, but also in certain situations, not really much happening from that aspect. When it comes to Gavin Lux, his last 5 games, slashing 167, 211, 333, 2 RBIs, did have that home run. So Gavin Lux, I think that he's a guy that just could thrive on some confidence, and we know that his swing really requires some reps and some repetition, and there's no currency like playing time. So getting Gavin Lux in there could definitely bode well as far as utilizing him in the postseason. Remember, he hit a home run in his first at-bat last year in Game 1 and in that romp with the Nationals. So I definitely want to see it. I definitely want to see them, see what they have. Here we go. We got Tim Rogers, the prospect guru. No one knows more about Dodger baseball than Tim Rogers. Give him a follow, SD Dodger, over on Twitter. Love Taylor batting 9th and before Mookie. Yeah, having Chris Taylor in that spot is, to me, yeah, it's something that you see the Dodgers they're gonna take advantage of. And Chris Taylor tonight, he just gives the way he's been batting all season long, the way his approach at the plate. I've really enjoyed watching Chris Taylor all season long, and having him right there. He goes 0 for 3 tonight, but he gets that RBI on that walk. I think he took that walk with the bases loaded there in the 6th or 7th inning, something like that. We're going to break down this game in a second. But, yeah, I think it basically gives you another power part of your lineup. At the bottom of that lineup, if you got guys stashed down there like A.J. Pollock, like Jock Peterson, and yeah, it's pretty spectacular having Chris Taylor there. And I think that Chris Taylor is a guy that is ready to really catch fire in the postseason as well. His last 9 games, he's OPSing over 1,000, 8 RBIs, 3 home runs. Heading into tonight, 2 doubles, 9 for his last 31. And, yeah, you just kind of want to follow those trends, see how guys are hitting. This series heading into tonight, he was 2 for his last 7, but a home run. He had that scorcher, that rocket shot a few days ago. And, yeah, him going right before Mookie Betts, you got Chris Taylor, Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, Max, you got Justin Turner, and then whoever they want to put after them before they go. I think that Bellinger will ultimately make his way up the lineup, and you'll start seeing him back clean up again. But, yeah, it's very exciting, the fact that the Dodgers have Chris Taylor as your 9-hole. If that doesn't show you the embarrassment of riches that the Dodgers have, I don't know what does. But, yeah, let's go back here to this comment section. Trevor Bauer and Dodger. Trevor Bauer said one day he would love to play for the Dodgers. Yeah, Trevor Bauer, he's interesting. He's going to be a free agent this offseason. So Mays is a middle inning pitcher. That's from Travis. I disagree. I think Dustin May is a budding star. I think that he's going to be one of the biggest stars in the game as a pitcher. You see his filth, the natural movement on his 2-seamer. I think that one place where May struggles, if he does just lose the command of that 2-seamer, I would like to see him start to work in that 4-seamer and to see if he can throw that for strikes and start throwing his curveball for strikes. That was the big difference for tonight with Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler was getting punch-outs with that curveball all night long. Walker Buehler tonight, he gets 6 strikeouts, and yeah, he struck out Olsen with a fastball on the 4th, Listella with a fastball, Piscotty with a fastball, and then he was getting punch outs with that knuckle curve, and was also getting easy outs, easy fly outs. He got that double play from it. So if he's effective with that curveball, look, he already has electric stuff. His competitive fire is off the charts. But look, I'm telling you, man, it's Walker Buehler's season. But on the year, the Dodgers on the 9-hole, their batting average is 239. So they're slashing 239, 340, 446. So the Dodgers to get in, so the lowest batting average of the year when it comes to slot is the 4-hole, which is 224. So if you put Chris Taylor down that lineup and he hits like he's been hitting all season long, it's like you're getting the meat of your lineup towards the bottom. So that's why I really believe in this Dodgers team, and it's the offensive production that they're getting from guys like Chris Taylor, A.J. Pollock, guys that we didn't know were going to hit this well, have had one hell of a season, and I'm excited to see what he does in October. But, yeah, getting to this game, actually, let's jump back into this comment section here, and then we're going to break down this game, guys. We got Go Dodgers from Jesse. We got I'm ready for the playoffs. That's from Landon Sports Talk. We got let's have Julio throw the first inning in the bullpen before the match starts. That's from Eli. Yeah, you just never know. Look, this is the thing I want to say, too, about Julio Urias. And about, look, yes, that first inning ERA is bad, but would that carry over if let's say you're playing 162 games, would you have a 9+ ERA in the first inning? You would have a little mean regression there. Things would balance out. There's a lot of fluky statistics in this shortened season. But, yeah, I think that with Julio Urias, he's just got to come in locked in. He's got to come in locked in with the fire because you know he has the stuff. You know that he can induce soft contact at an elite level as good, if not better, than anyone in the entire sport. So when you have that weapon and that ability that Urias has, you have to use him. He is an asset. He's not a liability at all. It's just finding ways for him to be effective and finding him. I think that first inning ERA, I don't know if it's getting I don't know if it's getting to the park earlier or changing his routine or throwing a bullpen session. I don't know what that is, but they got to find a way to get him right. But yesterday, I saw a different fire in his eyes when he came in. He was saying, "Hey, I want to be a part of this postseason run." And I think Dave Roberts challenged him a little when he said when he said to the media that he didn't know where Urias was going to fit in as far as the postseason rotation fit. So give him some credit there, lighting a little fire under Urias. But Lakers in 4 in the finals from Brian Alex. We got the best thing about Belly's form of late. He's been hitting left-handed pitching well. Yeah, exactly. He just looks generally more comfortable at the plate. And I think that Cody Bellinger he's had a rough go of it all season long. But you're right. He has been hitting left-handed pitching better. You're seeing harder contact from Cody Bellinger. You're seeing him lay off stuff that he's been chasing. Look, they like to hit him low and away and hide inside. And with Cody Bellinger, the first step is just not going for pitches outside the strike zone, not chasing stuff up in the zone, waiting for pitches that you can drive. And on the year, Cody Bellinger, he's hitting .214 against lefties, .252 against righties. And, yeah, he's a guy that those reverse splits are in his favor for most of his career. Last year, Cody Bellinger in his MVP season when he just was having a phenomenal year until late, he hit .280 off lefties, and 18 of his 47 homers were off left-handed pitching. So when Bellinger is right, that's one of the things that makes him such a weapon is he's a guy that you really can't pitch around. You can't bring a bullpen piece to get him out. He's a guy that can be effective against lefties and righties, and I'm really hoping that Cody Bellinger is ready to roll for the postseason because he struggled mightily in the postseason. I don't want to get to his numbers we did last time, but he's another guy that needs to really just step up to the plate and deliver in the postseason. But here we go. Young Jock is going to hit a walk-off in the playoffs. I can feel it. That's from did I say your name right, man? Let me know in the comments, man. I'm just going to call you Mr. Estrada Jr. But, yeah, hey, you heard it here first. Jock will hit a walk-off. I love that. We got Ray Barsimian. The Dodgers always win on my birthday. A perfect 6-0 the last 6. Ray, you had me cracking up, man. For a minute, I thought you were 6 years old or something. But, man, my man. A perfect 6-0 over the last 6 times, counting tonight. Hope things are well with Jock. Yeah, everyone send some love to Jock Peterson. Do you think they are ready? That's from John. I think absolutely this team is a team on a mission. They have a venomous feel to them. And when you add Mookie Betts, the catalyst, the guy that at the top of the order knows how to get on base, he knows how to generate runs, and he also knows how to light a fire under this team. There's a different vibe, a different overall sense of focus, in my opinion, with the work ethic that Mookie Betts has, and I think absolutely this team is ready to roll, and they want to win this World Series because this team knows that, yes, it's a shortened series. They're always going to mention that it was a shortened season. They're always going to mention it was a 60-game season, but you do have to win 2 extra games. And there's going to be more attrition in this postseason considering how many games you have to play consecutively. We're talking 3 straight games in the wild card series, 5 straight days in the NLDS. I think that we're going to look back and say, hey, this postseason was a grind, and whoever hoists that Commissioner's Trophy, they were deserving. And then also, everyone knows we won in 2017. So this just confirms the fact that the best team in baseball that was the prohibitive favorite in the National League, when they take care of business, people are going to say, hey, the Dodgers were going to win the World Series. I don't care if it was 60 games. I don't care if it was 80 games, 90, 100, 162. If the Dodgers play to their capabilities and our big-time players, our elite players, our stars, if our stars play like stars, the Dodgers are going to deliver a World Series. They're going to end the drought, and they're going to win their first World Series since 1988. So how do you guys feel, though? Let me know down below in the comments. Are the Dodgers ready to win a World Series? Are the Dodgers ready for the 2020 postseason? If you're asking me, it's a big, emphatic yes. I think the Dodgers are ready to go. And to me, the first sign of that was right after that Grisham home run. After that Grisham home run, the dugout didn't like it. Clayton Kershaw looked at Grisham like, bro, it's not the postseason. And aren't you that guy who gave up who made the error that cost the Brewers the wild card series round, or whatever you call the wild card game? And I think that the Dodgers, they go 5-2 since then, and then they've now gone 7-3 since then, and that tells me that this team is going to be firing on all cylinders, and this offense is finally going to click, and the Death Star will be fully operational in the postseason, and this team is going to win a mad World Series. This team is going to take care of business and win something that they should have won in 2017 because, look, there is no Strasburg out there. There is no Scherzer out there. The Astros aren't banging trash cans anymore. The Yankees, they are getting hot. They're winning. Garrett Cole has pitched well since he went to his own personal catcher in his last 4 starts. He's pitched well, but I'm not afraid of anyone in Major League Baseball, and I think the Dodgers, they should have all the confidence in the world that they're going to bring home the title. Not sure if someone asked you, but who do you think will be the 8th seed? That's from Tyler. I think right now it's really tough to tell. I do think that the Giants still have to play. I think the Giants, don't they still have to play? I forgot who the Giants play in their last couple of games. Oh, they play the Rockies and Padres to close things out. They need to go 5-3. I don't think it's going to be the Giants. I do think that I have a feeling it's going to be the Phillies. The Phillies, they basically have to play a little over 500 ball. If it's the Marlins, I'm not afraid of the Marlins. I mean, the Marlins, Sixto Sanchez has been balling for them. They have such a young team, and they have Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly. And if the Dodgers lose to the Marlins, then we got big trouble, man. You do not want to see that post-game show. There will be fire coming out of my eyes if that's the case. So we should be able to take care of business against them. But right now it feels like the Phillies, they have the worst bullpen in Major League Baseball, 7.15 ERA. They also have some injury concerns. JT Realmuto, Hoskins, Bryce Harper, Jake Arrieta. I mean, there's a lot of injury concerns with that team. And like I said, the Dodgers get to that bullpen, they're going to rake. And they also need Wheeler and Nola to pitch well for them down the stretch. And I think that that's going to cause some wear and tear on them heading into that series. But right now, I do believe it's going to be the Phillies. They still have to go play the Rays, which who knows what the Rays will be playing for and how they'll be formulating their roster late there. So I do think right now it feels like the Phillies. But like I said, I hope it's the San Francisco Giants. I know the idea of possibly losing to the Giants, it hurts. But hey, bring it on, man. I'm not afraid. Anything easy isn't worth having at all. And I want to look, the Giants like to talk crap, but hey, I would love to tell Giants fans that they've only met the Dodgers once in the postseason, and we kicked their you-know-what. So bring on the Giants if you ask me. But I do think it will be the Phillies. Will Smith could DH in the postseason. Yeah, I definitely think Will Smith, the way he's hitting, you can't have his bat out of the lineup at this point. There's no question about it. Will Smith has shown that he is, to me, he's an elite catcher. Will Smith is an elite catcher when you factor in everything. When it comes to the way he's been hitting, to me, he's one of the best at-bats on the team. Him, Mookie Betts, Corey Seager, and tonight, Will Smith, he goes 2 for 4 tonight, and he gets a double that inning where, he doubled. and was followed up by a Bellinger double. Yeah, Will Smith definitely is a guy I could see DHing in the postseason. But here, let's break down this game a little bit. Let's jump in this comment section. I want to squeeze in some more. Andrew Freeman also deserves credit from Ray. Belly heating up from Bad Luck Bro. We got Bad Luck Bro, perfect setup for Dubs. We got Alejandro T-shirt emoji. Verdell, when Bellinger is right, he hits everything. We got Brian. Wait, if the Dodgers win the World Series, will fans be able to buy rings? I think there'll be some replica ones, but I don't even think that fans could ever buy rings. But hey, maybe you'll get one on an auction someday. We'll start a GoFundMe or something, man. But hey, just found a Gavin Lux rookie. We got Verdell. Don't want to see the Giants in the first round. Anything can happen in a 3-game series. Giants will be playing with house money. You're definitely right on that. And the Giants can score some runs. They've shown that this season. But at home, the Dodgers, Clayton Kershaw, Walker Buehler. Look, to me, I just want that competition. I want to see the Giants and the Dodgers in the first round. I don't care if it means that they'll take us to that third game. I think that it would keep the Dodgers locked in early in the postseason. It would let the Dodgers know that losing is not an option, okay? If it's Dodgers-Giants, losing is not an option, and the Dodgers, if that matchup is made, they know this fan base will not accept that, will not tolerate that, and I think that would mean the Dodgers come out focused and ready to go. They have the talent, they have the depth, they have all the pieces you need to make light work of the Giants, and I think they will. So, to me, I want the Giants. We got, who do you think is more postseason ready, May or Gonsolin? Talked a little bit about that earlier. I said Gonsolin. Tony Smokes would be my answer to that. Yeah. We got Michelle Carter. I'd rather face the Giants in something longer than a 3-game series. Yeah, I mean, ideally, you're going to have less variance there, right? I mean, I think it's flat out ridiculous that the best team in baseball has to play in a series that's called the Wild Card Series. That's already ridiculous. And if you play a 5-game series, the best team is going to win. The shorter the series goes, you're going to have some flukes, right? And I think Major League Baseball really is playing with fire in that one. They cannot afford the Dodgers to go out in that first series. If Major League Baseball gets 2 games out of the second biggest market with the biggest star, because look, let's be honest here. The Dodgers have the biggest star in the postseason now, and that star is Mookie Betts. I don't want to hear about Fernando Tatis. He's hitting like $160 in September. Mookie Betts and Corey Seager and Cody Bellinger, Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw, the glamour franchise that is the Los Angeles Dodgers, they can ill afford to lose them there. And I personally think that Major League Baseball is playing with fire. I don't think the NFL would allow the Kansas City Chiefs to play in the wild card round or some of their marquee franchises. I don't think Adam Silver would let the Los Angeles Lakers play a 3-game series against the Portland Trailblazers. Can you imagine that if the Lakers, let's say the Lakers had played the Blazers in a 3-game series? What happened in Game 1? The Lakers dropped Game 1. Game 2, anything can happen. We couldn't have had Anthony Davis's 3-pointer the other day. So I think Major League Baseball is playing with fire, and let's just hope the Dodgers win that series, because there will be hell to pay, in my eyes, if the Dodgers don't. And that would be aimed towards a lot of different people, but mainly it would be at Major League Baseball, because I love my guys. I don't want to go too hard on them. But yeah, let's jump into this game a little bit. We're going to talk a little bit about Buehler's outing. So top of the first, Walker Buehler gets LaStella swinging on a foul tip for the first out, gets Grossman swinging on a knuckle curve for the second. Then the first pitch, he gets Simeon to pop to Muncy. And, yeah, he was very sharp in that first inning. He was landing his curveball for strikes. 3 for 3 on that curveball for strikes. Gets 2 strikeouts and an easy pop out. And did you see those Jordan 1s? Walker Buehler was bringing the drip tonight. Jordan 1 Nike cleats with the high socks. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. High sock Buehler is something. Then in the bottom of the first inning, Mookie singles on a ground ball to right. Seager lines to center for the first out. Justin Turner singles on a ground ball to left, giving the Dodgers runners on first and second with 1 out. And then Max Muncy comes up, flies to right. Mookie advances to third on the play. And then Will Smith, he gets an RBI single to left. And like I said, Will Smith is one of the best, most disciplined hitters on the team. Just look at his walk rate, look at his strikeout rate, because it's the best on the team. And like Joe Davis mentioned, Will Smith is the best 2-strike hitter in baseball this year, and it was another fantastic at-bat. He fouled off two two-strike pitches to get that RBI base hit, to get the Dodgers their first run of the night. And then Bellinger pops to short for the third out, but the Dodgers get on the board in the first at-bat with 3 singles and a lead, and they lead 1-0 after 1. Then top of the second on a 2-2 count, Matt Olson gets the A's first hit on the night, a line drive single to center. He just missed on a cutter there, and he took advantage. Then he gets Canna to line out for the first out. Then he gets Laureano to ground into a pitcher's best friend, a double play there. So an 18-pitch second inning for Buehler. He gives up a line drive single, and Laureano, and he has a 7-pitch at-bat to Laureano. So that pitch count, I was worried he was going to start to go up there, but that curveball was very effective. Not only was it striking out guys tonight, it was inducing soft contact, and it's what led to that double play in that inning. So then at the top of the third, Walker Buehler gets Lamb to ground out for the first out. It was a bang-bang play at first, but a nice play by Chris Taylor, one of the best defenders on the team for sure. Another ground ball out with his curve. Then he gets Piscotty swinging with some high cheese for his third strikeout of the night. And then he gets Murphy swinging on a curveball for the third out. So a perfectly placed curveball by Walker Buehler. 3 of his first 4 punch-outs early were via the curveball. So he had the feel for it. It had the depth on it. And a 1-2-3 third on 11 pitches for Walker Buehler. And then bottom of the third inning, Corey Seager cranks a hanging Mike Fiers breaking ball out of the yard for his 15th bomb of the season. First pitch swinging. The eager Seager wasted no time. 15 bombs for him on the year. And that would be like close to, I think, like 48 in a 162-game season. So Corey Seager has been nothing short of a powerhouse as a bat at the shortstop position. But here we go. Jump back into these comments. Michelle Carter, how's it going? Kapler is gone. Managing is a good manager, period. Yeah, I think he's not bad. Ryan, thoughts on fans potentially attending the NLCS and World Series? I think that, well, if you ask me, I think that if it can be done safely, if you see what the NBA has done with allowing at least family members, I think that at minimum you allow family members and maybe some close friends. I will not be going to the game, but so that would hurt. But if they can find a way to do it safely, and maybe you do rapid testing with the fans, or you have crazy social distancing, 5, 6, 7,000 fans there, I definitely think that. Look, I think that'd be good for the players to feel that energy in the game, and then also it'd be good for revenue. It would just be nice to see some fans in the stands. No offense to the cardboard cutouts, but seeing some real live human beings in the stands, it would be nice. And I think that it would only benefit the game if they can find a way to get it done. Of course, if it's dangerous in any way possible, I am not for it. But I do think that if it's possible, something to consider. But I think more importantly, look, the players have acclimated. They have acclimated to playing without fans. They know there's going to be millions of people watching at home. So if it's possible, I just want to know how much would those tickets be, right? How much would those tickets be? Because World Series tickets are already an arm and a leg, but to only have 5,000, you know that Dodger fans, there's going to be some. I know you guys out there, some of my rich Dodger fans right there. I know you guys got some stacks that you want to spend on the World Series. Would you guys go? Let me know down below in the comments. Would you attend the World Series in Texas? Let me know down below in the comments. But top of the fourth, Walker gets a Listella swing on a fastball for his 5th punch out of the night. Grossman flies to left for the second out. Another soft contact out thanks to that curveball. And then on a 3-2 count, he misses the outside corner and issued his first walk of the night to Simeon. Really close, just missed it by an inch there. Then he strikes out Olson on a fastball, so a little payback there. So Walker Buehler, that was it. And then the bottom of the 6th inning. So this is where the Dodgers, they got the bulk of their runs tonight. Bottom of the 6th, Will Smith starts the inning off with a double to left, followed by a Bellinger double to center, and some attaboy base running from Cody Bellinger. He gets all the way to second there. You saw that speed, and that gives the Dodgers runners on first and second with no outs, and then Pollock takes a walk to load the bases with no outs. Then Kike, he singles to right, scoring Will Smith, making it 3-0, your boys in blue. And then the bases were still juiced with no outs and CT3 at the plate. Taylor gets a free ticket to first base. He takes a walk, making it 4-0 Dodgers. And then Mookie Betts, he pops into foul territory for the first out. Seager hits one to the warning track to bring in another run to make it 5-0 Dodgers. And then Justin Turner, he flies out to end the inning. But the Dodgers, they get 3 runs in the inning, and they basically put the A's away. Trinan in the 7th, he gives up an infield single to Simeon. And then he gets back-to-back Ks. Gets Olson, gets Canna, and then Treinen throws a wild pitch there. So sometimes he can be wild. Sometimes he can hit an occasional batter. Sometimes he'll walk a guy. So I think Treinen, yes, he has dangerous stuff. He has potentially electric lockdown stuff, and he's got some great put-away pitches, but sometimes he will make an occasional mistake and get himself into some trouble. So I just think that was really the most interesting thing of the night. Dave Roberts comes out. He's like, oh, man, hey, Andrew Freeman told me to no, I mean, I told you to take you out. I came out to take you out. And Blake Treinen's like, no, man, no. And Blake Treinen's a big dude. He almost reminds me like the Undertaker or something, right? And he just says, no, man, you are not going to take me out of the game. He stays in there, and he's a man of his word. Then in the 8th, and he gets out of the inning. So good, nice job by trying to deliver there. Because if you're going to say keep me in, you better deliver, and he did just that. So bottom of the 8th, the A's get their only run. McGee gives up a solo run to Murphy, and there you have it. Dodgers get the win. First 40-win team of this Major League Baseball season. 60 games. Dodgers first to 40. They're now 40-17. But yeah, guys, thanks again, as always, for rocking with us here on the Dodgers Nation post-game show. We'll be back one more show before the postseason begins, and then I think we're going to be rocking every single game, breaking it down, getting all your fire takes. Another reminder, be sure to check out the Dodgers Nation YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed yet, it's youtube.com/Dodgers Nation TV. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button, and then definitely subscribe to the Dodgers Nation, Dodgers Dugout podcast. Subscribe to the Blue Heaven podcast. You probably already do with the senior editors of Dodgers Nation, Clint Pasillas and Brooke Smith. And then be sure to gear up for the postseason. Get merched up over at DodgersNation.com/shop. The best T-shirts in the game, the best Dodger drip. As the cool kids say, right? You'll find it over there at DodgersNation.com. But thanks again, as always, guys. We'll squeeze in a couple last-second questions here at the last-second takes here at the buzzer. Good show, Doug. Thanks, my man Brian over on YouTube. Patrick Gagne, thanks a lot, my man. You guys rocking with us till the bitter end. As always, Dodger fans are the best. But NLCS from Patrick Gagne. But yeah, we'll be back, guys. We'll probably do a preview show. Who knows for the wild card series. But as always, guys, you can follow me at DMac_LA. That's at DMac_LA on Twitter and Instagram. But thanks again, guys. And remember, nothing brings us together like Dodger baseball. Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Time for Dodger baseball.
Swung on and missed a perfect game.
High fly ball into right field. She is gone. Fernando Valenzuela has pitched a no-hitter. This is a no-hitter.
Turner in the air to center field. That ball's hit well. Martinez on the run. This is way back, and it is gone. It is a walk-off home run for Justin Turner.
And for the second consecutive season, the Dodgers are going